To northwest Portland now, where a decades-old warehouse along the Willamette River caught fire Sunday, prompting nearly 100 firefighters to respond. Crews are still on scene 24 hours later as a threat of the building collapsing looms. Blair Best is live from northwest Portland. And Blair, what's it like out there this hour?
Tim, so we're standing about a block away from the old warehouse. The roads around it are still blocked off due to the threat of that building collapsing. And I can tell you the smell of smoke still lingers in the air, and ash just covers the sidewalks throughout this neighborhood. But let me step over this way. We're going to try to zoom in to the top of the building. You can see it's pretty hazy up there. That's because smoke is still coming out of the building. Fire officials tell us today that their focus now is determining a cause.
Black smoke filled Portland's waterfront as flames burst out of this 8-story abandoned warehouse in the Pearl District just before 4 Sunday evening.
It just got so big so quickly.
And then when we look out, the building's on fire.
It's post-apocalyptic.
KGW viewers capturing the scene from every angle as nearly 100 firefighters by land and by boat spent 2 hours dousing the flames.
And it just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
The fire causing the timber floors to collapse, the flames even taking over the roof's water tower.
That structure is pretty heavy, and we're concerned about structural collapse. There's been radio reports of visual inward leaning of some of these walls.
On Monday, investigators worked to figure out the cause.
Right now, this remains an active investigation. There are crews there all night, and they will continue to be there doing the investigation. We've requested additional resources from Scappoose Fire. They're there with their drone to help us do mapping of the building.
For neighbors,
yeah, I'm not surprised that it went up in flames.
The vacant 116-year-old former flour mill has been a problem for years, even the site of previous fires.
A lot of people in and out of there all the time.
2 months ago, police cleared squatters from the building.
I hope, pray that there's nobody who was in there.
Micah knows what it's like inside.
I just went in the back door just a little bit to get a couple pieces of dry firewood.
The neighborhood now has this message to city officials and the building owner.
You have a duty to your neighbors to make sure something like this doesn't happen and can't happen again.
Okay, now I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's pretty windy out here, and neighbors tell me they feel fortunate that this level of wind wasn't happening yesterday, which they say could have made those firefighting efforts much more difficult. Again, fire officials are still on scene monitoring any hot spots, any flare-ups, and again, that potential of the building collapsing. Northwest NATO is closed between 9th and 15th until this entire area is deemed safe. Back to you.
Wow. All right, Blair, thanks very much for the report.